We are now implemented our restaurant menu web service and let us do some testing using PostMan. PostMan is a REST client. You can download it by searching on Google, and then it's an extension to Google Chrome. So we have started our web service. Okay, so if you look at once you give this path API, we will come to know all the API exposed by our services. This hello is API exposed by our template code, and this add menu, add order, and all other APIs are exposed by our restaurant menu service. Now what is good about it, if we look at JSON, it will tell us how to call it. So we need to prefix it, suffix it with API and then menu. And what good about it is it tells us how to send this request using REST client. So what format it expect. So this is our PostMan client. I'm going to add some new menu. I'm using a post method, and in the headers I'm selecting the content type as application JSON, and as specified I'm going to use API menu. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change some name, chicken masala. Let's put 6 pound, and it is the main dish. And just icon chicken masala.png. Okay, so once we selected our all these settings, like the content type is application JSON, this is our raw JSON, and we have selected the method post, so we should send it. See, we got the response back because it returns again the instance of the order. So the ID is generated and we got the response, so it is saved in the database. Now let's test one more method. We have a menus, and we can say type is equal to main. Okay, and this is our get request, and then if we send, we should get all the main dishes we added. I had added few menus already, so you can see the one which we recently added is already there. Now what we can do is we can add a few more filters, like and search criteria. Is equal to paneer, and if we send, then we should get only one, right? So that's also working good. Now let's just look at how we can place the order. Let's test now add order API. If we look at the JSON, we'll come to know that the format in which we have to send the request. So this is our order format, because it's going to be order and then collection of all the hotel menu items. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to arrange it nicely. I'm going to say items here, yeah, and table number I'm going to set 28. I don't need to update these, I'm going to take it off. Okay, so that's fine. Now this is I'm going to choose 1, quantity 2. I can ignore rest, can just copy one more. So let's say 4 or 6, or let's say 7. Quantity, let's say 3. We don't have to worry about the unit price and name because that's not going to be used, because it's that details are already there in the database. All it is going to look is look for this menu ID, get the unit price, multiply by quantity, and going to compute the amount. So we should be ready, I think. Yeah, that's good. So our order is saved, we got the response. So it tells you the total amount. So you can calculate that. This is 16 plus 9 plus 5. No, I'm sorry. 13.5 plus 5, 18.5. That's correct. Okay. So let's also test the current orders method. So the way we call it is API orders, and it takes two parameters, order ID and state. If you pass the order ID as -1, it will show you all the orders with the state, maybe pending. So let's test that. So I will say -1 and state is equal to pending. So we got the results, but if we state only 1, okay, so and then send, we should get only 1 order. Okay, so that's testing with Postman. I think you have found it simple to use. Let's now do unit testing using unit framework.